are you ready to experience the slaying?
The slaying?
I guess. The slaying.
I've been waiting for this since the first time we played it.
Well, we have a good excuse.
I didn't know we needed an excuse.
Well, we have a better excuse.
You actually want to do it now.
No, they updated the demo. Now it's extended. It's like a director's cut.
May all your heroes burn.
And now there are 10 different endings. So,
Wait.
let's go in.
I still wish we could have seen the first 7.
Well, what do we do, 4?
Thought we did 3.
I think we did 4.
I think we did 3.
Okay, well, future me, you're gonna have to correct us in this argument here and see who's right and who's.
Like right now, and I'll either go, ha! I was right, or oh, I guess you were right. There you go. Happy now?
Thank you. I'll put it in. Well, we are back at Slay the Princess, and I'm so excited to start this new update to the demo, which I didn't think they were gonna do, but they did it. So let's go on.
Yes.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, well, we already heard this before, but you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
You're gonna make all the decisions in this round,
Oh shit.
and I'm going to make all the decisions in the next one.
Alright.
You ready for that?
Sure.
Okay.
How do we get something different?
Well, we'll have to find out, because they added 3 more different endings to this. So.
Alright, do the first one.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
But how can a princess be locked away in a basement in the world? If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her. Do you have any evidence to back this up? Have you considered that maybe the only reason is that she's going to end the world is because she is locked up? Killing the princess seems kind of bad, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing it. Wait, what do you want? What do you want to do, honey?
Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
It's like we're still asking the same questions. How can a princess be locked up?
If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her.
You want to do that one?
Yeah.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out. Which she will, unless you do something about it.
Us. Okay, what happens if she gets out then? I want specifics. You want that one?
Sure.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Do we have to... That doesn't seem like enough evidence still.
Right?
Because she's a princess. Have you considered... Okay, we already know that one. Killing a princess seems kind of bad. Can't someone else do this? Forget it. I'm not doing it. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. And if she is bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Okay, and so let's get this over with. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution!
Let's silently continue to the cabin.
Okay.
A warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore
You don't
him.
know me.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Proceed into the cabin. I guess we
Yes.
don't have a choice.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I
Okay.
want to take the blade.
You want just explore, take the blade.
The blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Why didn't they come with them?
Right? Like, why did you show up here as your
Weaponless.
goal to kill a princess and you don't even have a weapon?
Was I going to stab her to death with my fingernails? I don't think so.
Just Kali Mal her?
Well, no, I was thinking like,
Alright, we only have the option to enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Alright,
Let's
you can say
see.
hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Or just continue down the stairs.
I'll say hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Ooh, she's like, come with an
Yeah,
idea.
right.
For I need to gaze upon those lips.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Okay, what do we do now, honey? What? No way! Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nuh-uh! I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk. Steal your nerves and step forward.
I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat?
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare.
The smile on your face right now, you're like, ooh, I like where this is going.
Yes.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Drop it.
You want to drop it?
Yeah.
Alright.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
The narrator doesn't have to sigh like, oh my god.
He really wants her dead.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
This is beautiful.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Ooh, we're dating?
Hey. Yeah, we're not gonna assume that.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward. Are you coming on to me? How would I get...
How did I get you out of here?
Is that what you want to ask?
I think you got you.
I'm here because you're going to end the world. To people out there who think you're a threat to the world, what do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough.
So, how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. Right?
Cut off the lid.
She is. I'm sure of it.
So these are the same questions.
Yeah.
I'm here because you're going to end the world, blah, blah, blah. What do you want to ask, honey? What's your name? How long...
How long have you been down?
too long.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
You can't, honey. Can't do it.
What about her?
I know we've done some of these in our first episode. So
Yeah, it's pretty open.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Alright, back with brass tacks. I have my reasons. Do you think
I've been told things, but I'm not sure what to believe.
Want to do that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Believe me.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Well, she's got me there. Have you talked enough? What's your name? There's people out there killing you. What we doing here? What we doing?
Go down. Okay, we've talked.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
You can slay the princess. I'm getting you out of here. Examine the chains. I'm going to keep you locked away down here. At least for a little bit, we can get to know each other while I decide to know what to do with you. Keep her locked away.
Do I try to free her or slay her? That's it. I'm getting you out of here. Exactly.
You have to be kidding. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Yeah, we didn't. There's nothing else upstairs.
Yeah.
And if there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of here? We're gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around. I mean, we already know there's nothing up there.
Yeah.
So I just want to do this one.
Yeah, top one.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She's just like, yeah, I've been there, done that. You know.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Hey, let me out of here! Try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Want to return back downstairs? Or say, hey, let me out of here?
Just say, hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay, man.
Alright, let's return to the bottom.
The bottom.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Okay, man. You know what? We all made mistakes here. You're partly to blame. I'm partly not, so...
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You heard me.
Alright,
You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm curious to know what will.
Save the princess?
Save the princess.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding
She's
chain.
giving you, like, the biggest eyes.
Alright.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick
Oh my
work
God.
of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
You?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Wait, warn her!
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
I like how it's like in between Slay the Princess.
Right?
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Was it worth it?
I don't know. Didn't get to see what happens.
The prisoner, honey.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to...
Yeah, we already know this. Yes, yes, yes.
Let's proceed to the cabin.
Just proceed.
Yes!
Okay.
A warning before she will
Yes,
lie.
yes.
Did
Yes.
you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
You got the skeptic. Are we gonna take... Is there a blade in there?
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We should...
You didn't
Ooh,
say
approach the mirror.
Yeah, so this is new. I think this is a new ending. I don't think we've gotten this one.
Yeah.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Not even a reflection? So we're a vampire?
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe off the mirror clean.
Yeah.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But
There's
there
no
was a
mirror?
mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Is that important, man? Okay, so should we take the blade this
Yeah,
time?
let's take the blade again.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good idea. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
Wing. Alright, let's see.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Okay.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first?
We did die.
Right.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
The prisoner. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Finish the demo with the prisoner. To be continued.
Neat.
Good choices, honey.
Thank you. Now I'm curious to know what she would have acted like if we didn't take the blade down the second time.
I still think you're still gonna get the prisoner ending because
Yeah.
every time the chapter.
But without the blade, then she probably would have had different dialogue.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I like that one. That was a good. I don't even think we got that one last time.
Yeah.
So it's nice that we got something different. All right, I'm gonna go in this time with my own choices. So I
Cool.
thought it'd be kind of cool
Yeah.
if you do your own and I do my own.
Neat.
So,
Yeah, let's see what you do.
For this video,
Yes.
how do I want to proceed this? I wonder if I can just ignore him. I feel like we've done that before, though. So I'm gonna do something different. I want there to be no dialogue between me. I don't want. I just want to
Not
get.
even with the
The
princess?
interior
Not even
of
with the
killer blade
princess.
is your... You take the blade from the table.
I just want to just go straight in.
The door
Yeah.
to her voice.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it...
Okay, we already know this part. Continue down the stairs.
You're still
Not even
listening
gonna
to
talk.
reason.
I'm going in.
You walk down the stairs. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Steal your nerves and step forward. Yep.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing. She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
I just want to go in.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh, this is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
There it is
Have we
again.
gotten this ending before?
That
Yeah.
razor-sharp
Okay.
look in her eyes and the terrifying conviction in her words. Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
God, I had to talk. I didn't want to talk. She's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over.
Right?
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
We have.
You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead,
Did we get this last
what you
time?
find
Yeah. I
is
feel like we got
nothing
this
at all.
space thing.
Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of space. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
I was kind of hoping I get a better ending from saving the world.
This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward.
I don't like this reward.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me. Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right?
Hell no. Do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? I want to get out of
I
this.
do. But you're probably not going to like it. The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this. I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
I don't like this place.
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Oh, I dare.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die. The end. Nice knowing you.
The Spectre. I think we did get this one.
Yes, yes
So-
we did.
You're on
Dang
a
it.
path.
Let's just get this over with. Let's just get us into the cabin. Let's go.
She will.
'Cause I think, yeah, we did get this in our previous playthrough of
The
this.
interior of the cabin is cold.
There's the mirror!
A soft
Yeah.
odour of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
Voice of the Cold. I do want to see the mirror again,
Yeah.
unless it's the same dialogue. Let's see.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Layer of grime. Light the mirror.
You reach
Huh.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how... But there was a mirror a sec... And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Huh. Okay. I'm gonna enter the basement without the blade.
Sounds good.
See what's down there.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step,
Oh,
the
she's
form
already
of the
dead.
princess comes into view. A skeletal body lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went. Like how you murdered me?
Okay, well, that was a different timeline. That was a different place. All is forgiven, right? I like that you can see the X on her chest. That's where she got stabbed. Oh, the Spectre. Okay, that was pretty cool.
That was.
Okay, we're gonna do one more together.
Alright, deal.
You ready?
Do we have to agree on things? Or
We have to agree on things.
Okay.
I can't just say one thing. We have to both agree on it, okay?
Yes, sounds good.
So I want to try to get it one more ending for this. This has been fun. I really like playing this. And I really like how each scenario is different now. Like, they really improved their visuals in this demo update. Like, every time it goes to chapter 2, it like the scenery inside the cabin's different. Going down the stairs. What's down there. I mean, that's so cool. Okay, so we got the end of the world. Should we start talking to him? Should we try to reason? So what's our plan? Should we slay her or should we kill her?
Well, what are you leaning towards?
I went straight for slaying. You went straight for saving. So,
yeah.
is there? Should we try to just leave? Like, do we leave twice, or do we like leave once and then?
We just go ahead and try leaving. Does that sound good?
I wouldn't mind trying to see what happens if we leave.
Yeah.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
You're fine. You're persistent. I'll go to the cabin and I'll slay the princess. Ugh. Okay, fine. I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to the princess. Maybe I'll slay her, maybe I won't. I guess we'll see. Lie. Yes, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin, I'm not going to the cabin. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. I relish the coming of a new dawn beyond our own. Gonna go walk in the opposite direction now. I kind of like one of these two things. We can be quiet, or do you say the only thing that matters to me is where I'm not going?
Yeah, the cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
I like that one too. Let's do that.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave, or we're going into the cabin. Sheesh.
Turn around again.
Let's do it. Yep, I'm okay with that.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time.
I want to see how many times we can try to avoid
this.
this.
If you ask me, I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
I don't care, I'm not killing a princess. Good, maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. Quietly continue on the path. I kind of like the good. Maybe everyone should die.
Yeah, let's do it.
You like that one?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
When I said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Dude, if you wanted to kill her, go ahead and kill her yourself. Don't let me bloody the hands.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Good.
Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again! In fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place.
I like that one.
Alright, I actually kind of like
There's
that one.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
Back it back.
And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
Okay, well, we've pissed off the narrator.
You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Did we... The stranger? Okay.
Nice.
So we don't even go into the cabin.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here.
Let's keep it. Like, we should just keep leaving.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say... Should we say...
I'd say those walls were here the last time.
What are you talking about? I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Okay.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking.
Contrarian.
It's like a captive audience. He might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can ruin his day.
I would like to ruin his day.
If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet. And you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
I still don't want to go, because it doesn't sound like any of this is... Yep, okay, heading to the cabin now, where I'm definitely going to slay the princess. We don't even get an option to leave.
Well, it seems like the closest we get is that lie.
Okay, let's just lie.
Alright, let's do it.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right?
Fine.
Please take this seriously. I am begging you. The interior of the cabin is odd. The air smelling faintly of plastic, the wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway?
Can we throw it out the window?
I,
That'd
for
be
one,
cool.
would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
You didn't say anything about a mirror on the wall.
Ooh, yeah.
Wait, have we asked that one
I
before?
don't think we have.
Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun? You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Why is
There's
the narrator...
something interesting about that mirror.
Yeah, they've done this several times with the mirror thing.
Yeah.
So
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
I also want to look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Why would you lie about that? What's the point? It doesn't matter. Remain silent. I kind of like that one.
The handsome I am? Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do that.
We shouldn't waste time preening. But if he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do? So we're all in agreement then. We're looking.
Let's take the blade.
Yes.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Okay, fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. It will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Keep your grip as is. Hold the blade the other way. Oh,
Let's hold the blade the other way.
I kind of like our voices telling us to hold it a different way.
Yeah.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations.
Yay!
Yes! Isn't this so much better? Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Okay, now wait. Throw the blade out the window. I kind of want to throw it out the
Let's
window.
throw it out the window.
Damn it!
And then maybe we can look. Wait, should we look at the mirror first and then throw it out the window?
I guess you're right because it's gonna maybe disappear. So yeah.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin, but it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
I feel like the mirror is there for a certain ending.
Yeah.
Now let's throw it out the window.
Ah, yes! Do it! Seriously?
I can't believe you actually did that.
You throw the blade at the window, the glass shattering as it flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without a weapon.
I love that the narrator is he kind of just feels like some DM guy who's like, I can't believe that just happened.
Right.
Fine. You guys just lost the blade.
I can't believe you actually did it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends? Oh well. If the princess wasn't going to do it, the heat death of the universe was going to come for it eventually. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Alright, let's go.
Let's do this.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase built from an unidentifiable and featureless material. The steps barely seem to fit together, and upon closer inspection, they barely seem to go anywhere at all, let alone down. The air here has an almost artificial quality to it, the scent of plastic from the cabin mingling with a cocktail of chemical odors. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs, its multi-tonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Hello. Is someone there?
Shouldn't have pulled out the knife.
Maybe I'm kind of thinking the knife should have been kept with the awesome grip handle.
Right?
This isn't what I expected her to sound like. What is she?
Sounds like two voices.
Well, she's not a princess, that's for sure.
I love the contrarian voice.
Is a princess. Don't let your imagination run wild.
The hell are you? Hi, just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm gonna kill you. What do you think we should do? Should we start talking to her?
If we do talk to her, I would say either hi or just checking in on you.
Let's do it. Just checking in on you. Do you need anything down there?
That sounds nice. We don't remember the last time we had company.
We?
It takes you a moment to orient yourself before you're able to start moving forward. As you enter the next room, the form of the princess comes into view, her wrist bound to the far wall in heavy shackles. She locks eyes with you, one moving a little faster than the other, the loose skin of her face stretching into something resembling a smile. Holy shit. If we knew she'd be like this, maybe we wouldn't have tossed that knife out the window.
You think?
Why are you just standing there? Are you scared of us?
A little bit.
Ah, the stranger.
Oh, it's so good.
Did we get the stranger last time?
I feel like we did before, didn't we?
This is fun.
This is
I
fun.
love coming back to this. This is really
I've been
fun.
wanting to come back to this for a while.
And I'm glad we did.
Yes.
Should we leave it at 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this. This has been really fun. I would love to see the rest of them.
Yeah, me too.
And if you guys want to see the rest of them, please leave a like down below. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed also. That also helps. But until then, we'll see you for the next one. I'm crazed.
I'm actually Grumble on.